That's why we keep the door closed.
As you can see now.
And you see what I mean, though? It's a bit weird, isn't it? It is almost like the radio is alive.
I didn't think the radio was that much of it.
Sam?
Yeah?
You okay?
Yeah?
You sure? You feel alright?
Yeah, I feel fine. What's going on?
Don't get up. You best not to. Just stay where you are.
Is there something on me? This is what it usually looks like, isn't it?
Well, not really. I hate to tell you, buddy. It does look like you've become a victim
of the saturation slasher.
Okay. I like that voice you just did there.
Oh, thank you very much.
Maybe movies.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of Stars Between My Thighs. And languishing languidly between my loins this week, I've gone for our closest neighbour, Proxima Centauri.
Alrighty then.
Sorry, we're just testing out ideas for new shows. I'm not sure that we can bring our closest celestial neighbour into delirium, or possibly because we don't know exactly how far or close we are to anything else.
Maybe you guys should just stick to mixing movies together.
What he said.
Okay, we'll do that then. Hello, this is Maybe Movies. I'm Max.
I am Sam.
I'm Chris.
And we are here to see if we can bring No Country for Professionals to the final curtain. If you've been with us so far, then you'll know that we've taken Leon from Leon the Professional and dropped him into the plot of No Country for Old Men. So far, we haven't broken this one, and today we're going to be looking at the third act. Before we do, we're just going to do a very quick shout-out, who I can't remember who I'm going to do a shout-out for.
Okay.
I did
Take
write
your
it down.
time. Don't worry.
Don't tell me to do that. We'll be here all night. So this one is for, I doubt they support us, they're far bigger than we are, but this one is for one of my favourite channels, who are long overdue some new content, please. This is for Biblaridian.
Yay!
Which is a fantastic channel. They do lots of different things, including series on how to develop your own language. Both myself and Sam know them predominantly through their series Alien Worlds, where they have taken the basic structure of a planet similar to Earth and then applying the tenets of evolution, seeing how that planet and its life forms and the geography of the planet and everything else develops over the course of evolutionary time. But their last one was about 6-7 months ago.
I know it's been a while. We need a new one. Where is it?
Mass extinction. Come on, you can't keep us waiting any longer. Sorry, not that we're advocating mass extinction.
No.
Only of virtual creatures. I think we might get assassinated by AI now. Anyway, if you haven't checked it out, really do. It's well worth it. There'll be a link up here somewhere, and there's of course a link in the description below. Act 3.
Act 3.
Although, before we jump into Act 3, I need to raise again, hopefully it's not going to be that much of a stumbling block, but it is a break point that we missed in Act 1.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
And again, we should be able to work our way around it pretty easily, but as always, due diligence. Just wanted to so the audience know that we are paying attention to the minutiae of things.
Okay. Best you pay attention.
And actually, especially listen to you, because it's thanks to you that I noticed it. When I was editing Wednesday's episode, it was something that you said that I suddenly go, oh shit, that's a point.
What's that?
Leon's illiterate, so the phone bill would be gibberish to him. And I did think, well, could we argue that he's not enumerate? But he obviously is. We know that from Leon, because he has to show him the piece of paper to get him to phone the number, because he can't obviously read the number.
That's right. Shit. Sorry, folks, we missed it.
But I'm not sure it's that big of a problem, because it doesn't really seem like Sugar gets that much from phoning around anyway.
But it's what puts him on the trail of the wife.
He's only on the phone once, isn't he?
Yes, that's right, exactly, yeah. Because it did suddenly occur to me, the same would apply to the registration number for the vehicle. That we can work our way around by saying that the guys who he meets out at the site of the deal have already found that, and they give him that information. That one we can cover, but it is the phone. It's the phone list.
He makes a good point.
I mean,
Go on.
the easiest way to get around it. We don't have the phone list at all, but he finds a picture of her in his trailer, so he knows. That's how he finds out that he's married. But again, I mean, it might not make any difference because no women, no kids, so he wouldn't go and look for her anyway.
He wouldn't go look for her anyway, and ultimately he finds Llewellyn because of the tracker.
So again, as I said, it's a minor thing, but I just wanted to say that, that we've covered it.
We just wouldn't get the phone calls.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah. No, it's not a break point, it's just a hump.
Yes.
Well done for pointing that out.
Yes, well done.
Gold star.
Yeah, gold star for observation. Yeah.
He hinted it. I didn't come up with the idea.
It's just to remind people over there. I think that's what we started doing. We did start doing it before, then we kept forgetting at the beginning of every episode, just to remind ourselves that we have them. It's just to say where we are.
Good idea.
Just so we remember that they're there. So I'm on 3 at the moment. No?
I'm on 1.
2?
2. Okay. We left it with a ringing phone.
Yes.
I wondered if we kind of get the reverse of what happens in Leon when he says, put our mutual friend on the phone. Leon picks up the phone, hears it's him, he asks for Carson, because he wants to speak to you. Carson takes the phone. We get like a split second where he looks away, and when he looks back, Leon's gone. Because he now knows that exactly where Llewellyn is. He's in the hospital. He's on the phone in the hospital.
Yeah.
So he does his disappearing act to head straight after it.
Just like the
right.
beginning.
Right, okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
If that works for people.
Does mean that we miss the... Well, no, we do... I suppose so we get a phone call between Llewellyn and Carson then.
Mm-hmm. Are we still going to go with what we suggested last time, that we're going to turn Carson into a bit of a bad guy? He's going to use Leon going after Llewellyn as an excuse to go and grab the money with the intention of delivering it to the Mexicans.
Yes, I think that's where we were headed, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you would have Carson on the phone to Llewellyn saying, no, stay put.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. He could even say to him, I've taken care of our problem. Oh, no. No, you could say, I'm about to take care of our problem now. Kind of making Llewellyn think that he's about to take care of Leon.
Okay.
Now, I'm still trying to figure out what's the name of that hotel there again?
Eagle Pass.
The Eagle Pass. I'm still trying to imagine, is that supposed to be over the border? Or is that supposed to be...
It's on the American side of the border.
It is on the American side of the border, of course. Okay. Of course, because it's as Carson's coming back from Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he stops and has a look. He's on his way back across. So obviously Leon getting across the border into Mexico isn't going to be a problem. It's obviously... Well, we haven't got to what's happened when they come back yet. I'm assuming he's probably going to leave most of his gear here.
What, leave the violin?
Yeah, and his box with all his guns and stuff. He's not going to be able to get those across. You may be able to get them across, but he won't be able to get back in with them.
No, he wouldn't.
No, I shouldn't think so.
Probably it would just be easier just for movie's sake that he dispose them somehow.
Well, if he's got a room in that hotel. Because again, at this... No, because that's the other thing as well, because he wouldn't have shot the desk clerk, would he?
I don't know.
I'm just going off Leon, because he doesn't kill the guy.
No, that's true. No, you're right. Leon's basic character says he wouldn't, normally. Yeah. But, hang on a minute, never mind. Never mind. My brain was doing something stupid just there.
So we would go to the next day?
Yeah. Conversation about natural causes with Sheriff and Wendell.
Yes.
A little conversation with the border guard. And then we would have what would be the scene where Anton goes to visit Mr. Root.
Oh, well, we're kind of in uncharted waters now, aren't we? Because
yes,
we've got Leon going over the border.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that's what the next scene would be, isn't it? That would be Leon getting to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. How do we think this is going to go down then? They're actually going to get to meet properly, as opposed to where they don't in the other film. I mean, my thinking is it's going to come down to retrieving the money. Leon will want to keep him alive until he's got the money back.
Right. Okay.
So the question is Llewellyn going to take him to where the money is?
There's a good argument for both.
It's depending on the characters, because Leon's a lot more charming, is the word. He's a lot more approachable than Anton, and so he can use his ways I can imagine there's more of a conversation between them two than
See-
maybe less. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
There could be a bit of persuasion there. It doesn't have to be a confront shootout that he just kills him straight away. Or
I don't think he'll kill him straight away because he knows that if he does, you're never going to see the money again. See, this is one of those moments where you kind of wish that Leon does know where Carla Jean is. He wouldn't do it, but he may threaten him as a leverage point.
what to get him to talk.
Yeah. What am I saying? We've already created the setup here. Leon turns up. Carson said he was taking care of you. Shit. He then puts two and two together. Carson's sold him down the river.
Right, yeah, of course, yeah.
So, sorry, I keep looking at you. It's just because it's just out of habit. Sorry, but yeah, because I used to there only being the two of us. That's what it is. Sorry, buddy. That would be the obvious thing. As soon as Leon turns up, he will know that Llewellyn will know that Carson didn't kill Leon.
Of course, yes.
He's a pretty smart guy. He'll put two and two together. Why would? Yeah, he's simply buying time. Shit, he needs to go and get the money. This is actually going to be putting the ball back into Llewellyn's court. You know, you want your money. I think Carson's pulled a fast one on both of us.
Right.
Do we need to work together to go and,
Yeah, well, see, I don't know. It's not exactly a break point because of the way this movie is structured. But why wouldn't Leon just kill him? If they know that Carson's got the money, Llewellyn's kind of useless at this point, isn't he?
So we do it another way. Llewellyn realises, but doesn't tell Leon. We may get some kind of confrontation, but possibly not a full shootout in the hospital. Llewellyn gets away, and then Leon tracks him, thinking he's going to lead him to the money. So the only person who knows that Carson has double-crossed him is Llewellyn.
Okay, all right, yes, okay, all right. Yeah, I see where you're going with this, yes.
Yeah.
That would work. That would extend things for at least a little bit longer anyway.
So we can then have Leon tracking Llewellyn as he gets back to go and find the money, and then the money's not there. The only thing that we need to figure out now is how are we going to tie this up to lead to the Desert Sands Hotel in El Paso.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's starting to fall apart. Once Leon realises Llewellyn doesn't have the money, what need does he have for him?
I can see a way that we can get Leon to the motel, because that would be his reason to go back to Stephen Root.
To kill him.
Not so much to kill him, to say, look, the money's gone, we don't know where it is. And if we say that the boss has heard that the money's being handed over at the Desert Sands Motel.
So Stephen Root survives in this one.
At the moment. I don't know. It's missing something, because how would he know that?
Yes.
What do you think?
What do you think, folks? Please let us know in the comments below.
To be continued. What do you want to say, Sam? I feel like you've got stuff to say.
I just feel like this is like Llewellyn's story is falling apart here. Like,
Okay.
It's we kind of reached the point where he's reached the end of his usefulness.
Sorry, crap.
Oh, I thought you really didn't like that. Yeah, I see what you mean. But we're now reaching to the point of Llewellyn's fate, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You reckon there's a way for him to get to the motel?
Oh, let me think. When does he call Carla Jean? Is it after he's reclaimed the money, or is it before he leaves the hospital?
What was the hospital, isn't it?
It's after he leaves the hospital.
It is. It's after he's
Yeah,
got the
because
money.
he gets the money.
Gets
some new clothes and shit, and then he calls Carla Jean.
Damn it. Because I was going to say, if he'd have called her from the hospital before he'd gone to reclaim the money, then going to the Desert Sands is already set in motion.
We could do that. We could because movie that.
Yeah.
We could have him call her from the hospital.
That's the only way to do it.
Just to put that in there.
And the handover between Carson and the Mexicans would still happen at the Desert Sands, because in the interim, Carla Jean and her mum travelling there, they would have met the Mexicans, got the information from her mum by accident,
Yes.
and they will still want to go there just to kill Llewellyn because of his impotence at trying to pull one over on the cartel.
Yes.
So they then tell Carson, when he says, I've got the money, bring it to the Desert Sands Hotel, we'll take care of Llewellyn, get our money, job done. That's what they're intending.
All right. We did know because that makes sense, because if he made a call from the hospital, and there's a way that Leon would know about that, which would explain how Leon is there. How would Carson know that?
Because he hears it from the Mexicans when he phones the Mexicans up to say, I've got the money. Where'd you
Right,
get that
okay,
money?
sorry. Yes, I see what I'm being them. Yeah, of course.
So everyone is now converging on there, because as you say, Leon's just following Llewellyn until the money turns up again.
Yeah.
And then we end up at the Desert Sands.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you'd still get Carla Jean's call to Belle.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we can have, if we wish, a big shootout finale at the Desert Sands Motel.
You actually see it.
I think so. I think we owe it to the audience.
Yeah.
You know, it's building up to it.
What, as in you don't see Leon do it, like people are getting killed from a distance, like he does at the beginning?
It's the finale of the film.
Like snipering?
It's the third act finale. If we're going for it, it should be
John Woo style.
Yeah. Well, Luke Besson.
Have a bit of actual action.
Yeah. So now we just need to decide who lives and who dies.
Woohoo.
I was going to say Leon dies.
You think?
Because he dies in the original anyway.
Oh, I see.
And it's such a bleak ending, No Country for Old Men. I just thought, have most of those characters get killed off. And then there's Tommy Lee Jones just doing a fucking monologue.
So are we saying Llewellyn still gets killed?
I think both of them should get killed.
See, I don't know. I don't know if...
What do you think, Sam? Cabin fever again.
We've been here a while.
We've been stuck on Act 3 for like a week now.
Yeah, it feels like it.
You only see bits of it because it's been edited for TV.
I mean, I don't know.
You did delete the scene where we had sex on the couch, did you?
That's in maybe movies after dark.
I kind of like the idea of the poetry of the idea of a scene where everybody dies. Where like literally it's a TPK. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a poetry to that in context to this story.
Okay.
Because they've all been converging on this. You know, they've all been working to this moment when they meet each other, and the idea that nobody walks away from it has a certain poetry to it.
And Belle turns up and just finds the money. Mm-hmm. My thought would have been...
Still having them dead. See,
I'd have gone with a bit more bittersweet. I would say bittersweet. I'd have said that massive shootout. Leon, as you say, gets killed. See, this is a bit of a stretch. Because he gets killed defending Carla Jean, because she's technically an innocent in all of this. She's just arrived.
Okay, yeah.
The Mexican gets killed. Again, Belle gets the money. So Llewellyn and Carla Jean survive, but they're basically back where they started.
Wait, I wasn't picturing Carla Jean at that shootout at all. She arrived the next day.
Yeah.
Sorry, in my head I was thinking because we made him make the phone call earlier, she could have left earlier.
Oh, right.
But no, that's fine. That's fine. That was me.
Oh, right. Oh,
that in my head.
That's why you were struggling with that so much.
Yeah,
no,
that's why. Yeah, right. No, but I figured that in my head, but no, we would never actually vocalised it. So
I was going to say, Carla Jean. What do you think? Well, not
because my thought was that they would end up with they both still survive, but they've lost the money. They're back to square one. I mean, I didn't know whether you might get a point here because you've got Leon and Llewellyn having maybe not working together, but I imagine the Mexicans are not on Leon's side either. So you have the two of them against the Mexicans and Carson.
Yeah.
Or are we doing it as a three-way thing?
Right.
Yeah, so we're having Llewellyn and Leon together fighting against Carson and the Mexicans, or are we having Llewellyn against Carson and the Mexicans and Leon as a third element in the fight?
I would have said Leon in the third fight.
Yep.
But
I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm. And do you think everyone gets it?
Well, Western, but in Westerns you usually have one still alive.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's almost... There might be a message like this thing that they're so desperately seeking. All of them are so desperately seeking will kill all of them in the end. Yeah, there's a message in that kind of an ending.
Right.
That's why I was thinking that way.
Yeah, you're pointing out the danger of greed and things like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't the danger of greed get you killed though?
I would still, I don't know, because on this in this film with regards to Leon, he doesn't have the emotional involvement that he does in his own movie because of Matilda. I still think that there'd be a sense of self-preservation. I think Leon would survive.
Okay.
I don't think the level of self-sacrifice that he displays at the end of Leon is relevant to this situation or the job that he's on here. Regardless of the moral ambiguity of his relationship with Matilda and Leon, he sacrifices himself for love.
Yeah.
From what we see of the Mexicans in this, I think Leon's better than them as a soldier. I think he'd get away.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he'd get away. He may take a couple of rounds, but I think he walks away from this. But the rest of it I like. That Llewellyn gets killed, most of the Mexicans gets killed, Belle turns up and retrieves the money.
That seems fine to me.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah.
But of course, as we mentioned before, it's ending after ending after ending, so...
In which case, I mean, obviously, the following scenes go as they should do. Carla Jean buries her mother. Belle has his conversation with the old fella about the dismal tide.
Yes. He retires, because again, I suppose for him, the actions are slightly different, but again, the message, as you say, is still the same. It's like, there's no place for me in this world anymore, essentially.
Yeah.
You know.
Wouldn't get the scene with Carla Jean and Anton. Obviously, you're with Leon because that's not how he works. But you'd still have a scene of her like she's alone, and just like you say, she's got
the final thing about her.
Okay,
the final thing about how she's got nothing. You know, for all of the ambition and stuff that was going on, she's been left with absolutely nothing. Her mother's dead,
Everything that
her
Llewellyn
husband's
did.
dead, everything Llewellyn did
Yes.
was for nothing. And then we get the T-bone.
See, I did for a minute there think, do we want to have then instead, again, we'd have to, I don't know how we'd figure it into the thing. No, that doesn't work. No, that would be shit. No, don't worry about it. I was going to say, Leon had got at least a hold of some of the money, so when she comes back from burying her mum, Leon's in her place to say, I'm sorry, your man didn't make it out. Or something like that. But again, it jars. There's not enough in the rest of the film to justify it.
He hasn't got the emotional connection.
Exactly.
That's
That's what I was thinking, yeah. We could still do the T-bone, we just do it in a different place. Because this is what I was thinking about. If as we lost that scene with him going back to see Stephen Root, if we throw that at the end of the film, Leon goes back to see him to get his money for the job that he's done.
Uh-huh.
And it's when he's leaving that, then he gets hit by the car.
Okay, yeah.
But when he gets his money, could he say, "Could I have the money now? I'll be happy." Is that what he says in the film?
Yeah, yes, he does,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Be eager to say it like that.
Yeah. We'll get you to do the voiceover. We'll just have Jean Reno there and we'll
Yeah.
ADR it afterwards.
I take my plans out. Carry on.
Which pretty much brings us to the end.
Yes, we'll have some decent, as you say, what was I said, Luc Besson action at the end there. We actually get to see the fight.
Yeah,
you
actually
know.
get to see the stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the only other scene that we really lose is is where Belle goes back to the motel and
Oh, the last scene.
The last scene with Belle when he goes back to the hotel and the lock's been shot out and everything.
yeah, which I've never quite understood that. Just you see him you should go in the apartment.
It's
but-
in Belle's mind.
oh, is that supposed to be in his mind? Is it?
Yes.
He's imagining seeing him in.
That's why he stands there for so long. He's like,
Is he in there? Yeah.
he's there, he's right behind the door. And then he decides to do it anyway.
And there's
He's an
nobody
old man.
there, of
And
course.
there's nobody there. That's again, because he stands in that doorway with it open without turning on the light or anything. Just stands there like he's waiting for someone to take him out.
Oh, I never got that. I never twigged.
I
on
only
that.
just got it watching it this last time.
Star.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll take that.
Fantastic. So somehow we've got to the end of this one. We'll kind of leave our our thoughts on it until we've done the other one, and then we can have a bit of a chat about. I mean,
Yes.
again, a little bit janky towards the end there, but I think we got through it. We are going to put our feet up and have a snooze. We'll be back on Friday to launch into Act 1 of Anton.
Anton.
This is going to be very different.
Yeah.
Until then, have a great Thursday. We will see you on Friday, and take care.
As always, guys, TTFA.
Good night, YouTube.
Ba 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 ba.